Guys, could somebody explain this phenomenon to me? There quite literally should be nothing holding this up. Who goes there? Huh. Sounds like somebody creeping up on me. Well, I'm getting the grinder. I can't help it. I'm getting the grinder. I'll be back. Oh gosh, my body. Oh. Hey there everybody. Thank you for tuning back into the channel. So today we'll be working on this 1997 Chevy Suburban. It is a K1500 four-wheel drive, so it's been a really great truck. This is my mom's truck. Just happened to notice doing some brake work and whatnot the other day. The sway bar stabilizer link on this side is pretty much, it's gone. You'll see here in a second. So we're gonna replace that, and we're gonna go ahead and replace the other side while we're right here doing it. So that's my little intro. Let's just get right into it, eh? So I don't know why I have the hood open. Stabilizer links are down there. Alrighty, got the tire off. That way I have a nice cushy chair to sit down on. And this is what we're looking at here, guys. You guys tell me, does this look like it got a little life in it still? It's probably got, I don't know, a good 40,000 miles left on that thing. Alrighty, but yeah, I'll check the sizes here, and we will get this apart and replace it with the new ones. Alrighty, so and this is what we're going to be replacing it with. Nice, shiny, brand new DriveWorks brand. This is a DW, ain't that focusing? DW K1500. This was at Advanced Auto Parts. But alright, get this off real quick and we will swap-a-roo this around. Should be pretty quick. Alrighty, for this, looks like you just need some basic tools. Typical socket set, wrench set, and of course, you can never forget trusty old hammer. That way, if, you know, things decide not to cooperate, you can always use a little gentle persuasion. Now, I also did take note of this. Not the biggest deal, but you definitely can't get a socket and a wrench on that. So, well, maybe not a wrench. I mean a socket and a ratchet. But you are going to need to use a wrench. That's fine. Also, there's a cap down here, it looks like, we are going to have to pop off to get to the bottom bolt area. And, yeah. I guess I'm going to start with popping off this bottom cap. See what we got in there. If I can squeeze. Of course the ground is wet. It just rained. Okay. Just this little cap down here underneath the control arm here. Came off pretty easy. So now under here you should be able to get a deep well socket. Let me find out here. Yep. So, got a 13mm down here, and I think the top of the 13, or it may even be a standard, I don't know. I just always grab the first tool that fits. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, my face. Okay, not too shabby. Oh, I get my socket to stay up in there, that'd be great. Whew, you know, I just thought about something. How come I didn't just grind this thing off and put the new one in? How come I still don't just grind it off and put the new one in? Huh. Can I say I like doing things the hardest way you possibly can? What's going on here? What is absolutely, like, in the world of everything crazy going on here? I'm just realizing, why can I not get my thing out of here now? And why won't this bar go down? I'm pretty flabbergasted right now. It doesn't take a lot to flabbergast me, but I'm definitely flabbergasted. Maybe somebody watching who's like, man, this guy don't know anything about what he's doing. Well, please enlighten me. Guys, could somebody explain this phenomenon to me? There quite literally should be nothing holding this up. Who goes there? Huh. Sounds like somebody creeping up on me. Well, I'm getting the grinder. I can't help it. I'm getting the grinder. I'll be back. Oh gosh, my body. Oh. Now, if your vehicle leaks gas, I don't recommend doing this. Well, at least I can get my wrench back. Hot, warm. I mean, look at that. What was even happening here? I don't get it. To be completely honest, I have no idea what was going on with that. Besides the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. There. That's the simplest way you could possibly do it. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Any fancy schmancy way we gotta put this back together. Guessing, I'm just gonna pull it apart like this. Okay, rubber piece. You know what? I'm seeing another issue. Oh my gosh, are you serious right now? You can't even, okay. You can't even hold this thing straight to do that. Am I going about this all wrong? Because of that, what's that? What kind of engineering is this crap? I mean, theoretically I could maybe do it like that, but that ain't the way it came apart. Not sure how much that matters. Huh. That's really kind of dumb. I'm gonna edit all this out. I'm gonna make this look so easy peasy. Cut. Alrighty, so you would think we could just put this on, but apparently you actually have to, you probably see it on there, you actually have to undo your bushing to let the sway bar drop down so that you can actually worm all this through. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. So I guess we get to do that. So I guess it's a 10 millimeter. This side's really hard to get into, but should be able to make it happen. So yeah, let me get that done real quick. Kind of funny an 11 doesn't work. Okay, it's on there. Okay, got that side loose. Other side might not even be able to fit a deep well in there actually. Nope. Almost can see what I'm doing. There we go. Hey. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and work those out and we'll be back in a second. Alrighty, so time to get this new one in. Now, the old one was like this. The threaded side was down. So I had the idea of, man, it would be so much easier to put it in this way. And also I looked online, this is the way they showed to do it, was to take the stud and work up from the bottom. Only makes sense because now everything should be held onto this. So anyways, so yeah, washer, rubber grommet, we'll just slide it through, get it through the hole at the bottom there, drop everything. You gotta do that at least once. Let me try to hold on to it this time. Okay, feed it through the hole. Now we're gonna want a grommet. Make sure you got it kind of aimed the right way. Want that towards the control arm. That goes in there first. Washer. Aim that down to hug the rubber piece there. Now we need our sheath. Oh, it's in my hand. This goes around there. Try not to lose everything again. Okay, now at this point, let's see, let's put on our next washer, which now we want this one kind of cupped up because we want this in there that way. Now we need to get this squeezed into here. I have to lift up on the sway bar a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now we need another rubber piece somewhere. There it is. Get that on there. Oh, and you might need to push the stud back down a little bit. Oh my goodness. Don't lose your washer. Oh my goodness, I'm making it worse. I have a magnet somewhere. Boop. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I had to push our stud down here a little bit again. Getting a little ahead of myself. This thing down that way. Now we can push the stud back up. Get our washer on. See if we can't get a little more wiggle room out of the stud. Okay. Should be enough to start the nut on it. There. Okay. I'm probably only getting so much movement because, I got the thing undone over here. So there's that. Now, sometimes you can get away with using one of these. Let's see. Okay. Now we're just spinning the whole stud. But you still need to be a little tighter. So now something with these is you do not want to squish these on here like a pancake. But you do need them to be nice and snug. You don't want to see a gap between the rubber piece and this. Now you might see a little bit of a gap just because of the way the sway bar is bent right now, but I mean, just basically don't squish them on there till they're just a pancake. You got me pretty close. Go ahead and hand tighten it from here. So again, I don't want to squish the life out of it. I think that's pretty good actually. Starting to lose my mount over here. Probably should have got a new one of these, to be honest. Next project. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this side. It's going to be basically the exact same process on the other side. You're going to want to make sure you have this undone, which I just went ahead and undid them both. That way you get all the movement here that you need. And pretty much, yeah, reverse, get it out, get the new one in. Pretty easy peasy. Not the easiest one I've ever done, but not too shabby. Well, alrighty guys, that was a ton of fun. Actually, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever done. Also wasn't the simplest thing I've ever done. But the way I figure it is, if I could do it, you probably definitely can. So, because I'm usually pretty good at messing everything up that I touch. So far everything seems pretty good though. Hopefully I'll help it ride a little better, because as you can tell, the driver's side one was pretty darn gone. Well guys, I guess that is that. I may have some links down in the description. I don't really necessarily have any part links for Amazon, because today we just wanted to get the parts done. So we just ended up going to our local parts store. But I really do appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe if you want to follow around a dummy that works on cars who kind of doesn't know what he's doing. So that way you can see the way I do it, and then you'll know how the right way to do it. Or like go watch somebody else's video. One of the two. But yeah, no, I really do appreciate it, guys. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. So you guys have a good day.